They get it back. And Jordan sends it back. Here's the machine. No good on the triple. The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Butler. The kick out to Scott. 5 on the clock. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Washington's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Walker kicks to Oubre. Here's Capella. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And Capella is very efficient down deep, using his muscle to get off the shots he wants inside.
Outside Butler. And stolen by Green. In transition. Here come the Wizards. Green leading the charge.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily sprinted down the court and got an easy bucket on that one.
Now here's Jordan. 8 points his last outing. Jordan sets the pick for Butler. And Capella sends it back. And they'll keep possession. No coverage that time. Dragic has got 5 now.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Down low. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, man, and these shots are just the ones Capella makes on the regular. Just a highly intelligent offensive player.
Right side, Butler. And as we get into the meat of the season, that rookie wall starts to loom. Chris, did you feel that rookie wall hit you your first season in the NBA?
No, I didn't. I actually felt the rookie wall fall on top of me, Kevin. I mean, it was so long of a grinding season. College was only about 30 games. The NBA, oh, man, 82 games, and you're flying, and you're practicing. It's more than anything you've ever done, plus the age difference and the maturity physically between you and your peers. And so it's definitely something that you have to get used to, and hopefully you have great teammates and some great trainers that can get used to that rough period.
Great points. Scott, good.
And that's a well-placed pass right there, right where his teammate can do something with it.
Walker with it. 23 points for him the last game against Detroit.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
I mean, you're right. A lot of wide open spaces. They were running around undefended all night.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Bobby Portis has checked in for Mike Scott. Money comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's DeLon right in for Goran Dragic. And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Charlotte. Here's Walker. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Walker is so adept at running these pick and rolls. He has a feel for when to pass and when to let it fly.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Some changes for Charlotte. Chandler comes in for Jordan. And it's Bridges in for Jimmy Butler.
And what a tremendous advantage. Bigs who can shoot from the line.
Now here's Walker. 8 points for him. Passes it to the machine. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now here's Wright. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Charlotte's head coach gave me a few minutes to catch up. I asked him about the challenge of playing against a team that's so smart and under control on offense, and he said they really do a terrific job of execution. No miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And since they're down 1-0 in a season series, they'll have to do that really well tonight.
All right, David, thanks. It sounds like the most important number for them today is opposing shooting percentage.
As it should be. I mean, this is an opponent that can go through some very hot stretches with the ball. So they've got to do what they can to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, I think that means bodying guys down, playing physical, doing whatever you can to force them out of their rhythm.
Here's Walker after the basket by Charlotte. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. And the pass to Barton. Off target from outside. Hornets trail by 5. Right outside. Pass to Bridges. Here's Money. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Oubre, no one around him. And the 3 off target.
Oh, Kevin, he positioned himself perfectly and had all the room to drop that one in, just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Portis. Here's Money. And he slams it one-handed.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Capella. It's rebounded by Portis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Right, the pass to Money. It's stolen by Capella. Barton against Bridges. And here's Barton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Capella dishes to Barton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Money. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges passes to Portis. The 10-footer. Off the left rim and out.
Well, even though the defense made their presence felt, he needs to hit inside shots like that.
Can't nail the jump.
Oh, really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
A free flow. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Yeah, they've been dynamite with the rim protection. Their rotations have been quick, decisive, really a confident performance.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Charlotte, White is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Jordan, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Johnson with a screen on right to the left side wing. Udo with the ball. Butler covering. Here's Joseph and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right outside. Feeds it to Bogdanovich. That shot misses. Great D that time from Batum.
Now, the one thing with Batum that you have to appreciate is just how great of a team player he is. He's always looking to set up a teammate for an easy shot. One of the more selfless players on the perimeter that you'll find.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And along those lines with Batum, Chris, he is essentially one of the best role players you can ask for in the NBA.
You're right. He'll never be a first option on an offense, but as you said, he's exactly who you want helping that first option. He knows what he's capable of, and he always plays within himself.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Washington. Here's Bogdanovich, defended by Batum, and the Hornets miss again. Wizards leading by 9. Here's Johnson, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chris, who was your toughest matchup when you were playing, for either the offensive or defensive side of things?
Oh, there were tough matchups every night. I remember a couple of seasons I really had fun playing for Sacramento when just in the West Coast, on a nightly basis, the power forwards were Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, and all these guys were in their prime. So I just remember having to be prepared every night. And, in the league, there are no tough opponents because it's tough.
Yes.
Period. You can't sleep on anybody in this league.
Well said.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And Batum kicks to Udoh. This is to Joseph. It's stolen by Dragic. Drops in the breakaway layup. Dragic has got 7.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Barton kicks to Udoh. And stolen by Jordan. Fast break now for Charlotte. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Here's Bogdanovich. He had 22 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Joseph following the 3 by Charlotte. Trying his luck deep. A shot by Batum, no good. Hornets trail by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself. Back in 2014, he turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. He said of his decision, "I was nervous, I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of."
He's come a long way, David. Thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Udoh. And Walker subbed in for Joseph. Butler kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Dragic. Now the feed to Butler. Clock at 6. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Butler's got his second basket.
Oh, that's just great offensive skill, consistently helping his teammates generate points.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Wizards have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And Chris, you're part of perhaps one of the most exclusive clubs in NBA history, as you were selected first overall in your draft class. What was that like? What an experience that must have been.
Oh, man, Kevin, it was a wonderful moment. I mean, I worked so hard to get there. I come off of disappointment in college, and so working hard and being able to kind of put that behind you and get right to the next level and be the #1 pick, I was just honored. I was thankful. I was humbled. It was just a blessing, and the craziest part about it is that it happened in Detroit at the Palace, where I won 2 state championships there. I won 3 state championships in Michigan and 2 specifically in the Palace and at Auburn Hills. And so that place is always going to be special to me. And just growing up and being the #1 pick, it was just an honor.
Here's Butler after the basket by Will Barton. The dish now to Walker. Back to Barton. 3-pointer. Barton missing again. Hornets trail by 4. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the Hornets miss again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Now, here's Dragic. He had 19 points in the win against Brooklyn. Outside Butler. Here's Money. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Albert, looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Batum wide open, he fired. They get it back. The machine passes to Capella. Martin with it. Passes to the machine. A second chance effort. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now here's Butler. He had 22 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And he also was a Badger on the defensive end, finishing with 3 steals on the night. Now this would be a totally different ball game if his shot was on target like it usually is.
Martin passes to the machine. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Dragic. He kicks it to Butler. It's good. Butler's got 6.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Inside, a machine, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money.
Chandler with a screen for Dragic. Stolen by Walker. Barton kicks to Walker. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Scott with a screen on Walker. Here's Dragic. Here's Scott. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one.
He's not the most consistent threat from long range, Kevin.
Oh!
Nice. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Some changes for Charlotte. Bobby Portis is checked in for Mike Scott. Bridges comes in for Butler. And it's Wright in for Goran Dragic. Now the pass to Portis. To the wing right side. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Money. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Detroit.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
They weren't hustling at all. They weren't rotating, basically letting that offense do anything it wanted to.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Hornets trail by 7. 23 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Bridges. Back to Wright. Passes it to Money. Fires from the wing. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Charlotte, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Going to the line.
Good on the second free throw. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Chandler with the block. They get it back. And that concludes.
Thanks very much, Goran. How would you say you guys have done in the first half?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 6 assists, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic.
It is just about time now for the third quarter.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Oh, yeah, he's crafty. Very difficult to defend one-on-one. We may see more double teams roll his way the second half.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Green out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's the machine. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Oubre in at the three, the small forward.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
To the left wing. Back to Walker. Well, we know the given here, the X's and O's of coaching, Chris, the strategy that's used by all staffs and all head coaches. But coaching is a lot of motivating your players to give it their all. And when you look at all the different coaches around the league, which coaches do you think are the best at motivating?
Well, you know, that's hard to answer. You really have to play with this guy. That's an intimate type question. But from where I'm standing, I would definitely think from a motivating point of view, I'd have to go with Doc Rivers. He just seems to know how to communicate to his players, how to get them to fight down to the last drop, and that's what you want in a coach.
Well said. Dragic kicks to Butler. And it's good, 2 points. Butler's got 8. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. There's a good screen to the middle. And he lays it straight in. And the Wizards lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Dragic dishes to Scott. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. No good on the second free throw. Wizards leading by 7. On the wing, Green, defended by Butler. The jump hook hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Walker against Dragic. He feeds it to Bogdanovic. The Hornets rebound. Jordan. That one falls. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Simple rule of team rebound. Everyone needs to box out someone when the shot goes up. A number of assignments were missed like that.
Dragic the pass to Bogdanovic. Back to Dragic. Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Now just a 2-point Wizards lead.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
That's just great all-around teamwork. Now let's see if they can find a way to come away with the victory here.
Here's Bogdanovic. 8 points for him. For the tie, and it's good. Through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
I love it. Just like in life, they never gave up. To claw back into this game and not up the score is nothing short of remarkable.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Udo comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Joseph in for Walker. Dragic left side. Butler kicks to Scott. And the rejection by Udo. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And the wide open shot from Green. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got 6.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
3 from the inbound.
And pressing a bit here, down in the game, trying to use the three-point shot to get back into it, and instead it's led to a lot of empty possessions this half.
Bogdanovic dishes to Dragic. Connects from three-point range. He's got 13.
I mean, on offense, he has been a constant force. You get him the ball, and there's a good chance he's going to knock that shot down.
Green inside the three-point line. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
They set the pick. There's Dragic with the 3. Dragic with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
That bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 4-point Washington lead.
Well, at his height, he could just rise up and get separation. And then, of course, the soft touch from distance.
And the Hornets call time here. One guy has been getting it done as the machine.
Well, he refuses to miss anything right now. He's found his swagger, and he's letting everything fly.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Jordan. Portis comes in for Scott. Bridges, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Wright in for Goran Dragic. Got a change for the Wizards. Johnson's checked in. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And it's interesting, Bogdanovic came over from Croatia a couple years back. He's shown flashes, Greg, of talent, especially offensively, but he's still putting it all together.
Yeah, I think consistency is the key for him. Sometimes he's aggressive, other times he just disappears. Does have good size and strength for a wing, can hit from the outside, also finishes well around the basket. I like to see him create more for his teammates.
Money's checked in for Bogdanovic. Wright sets a screen. Back to Chandler. There's the pick to the middle. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 12. That one rolling around and rims out.
You can bet if he's left open from there again, he's probably going to knock that one down.
Wright, the pass to Bridges. Expanding his range. Good on the triple. Bridges has got himself on the board with 3 there. The Wizards with the lead. And here is Joseph. Wizards passing it around. Johnson kicks to Udo. Open shot. Green hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Green's got 7 now in this quarter. Now, Wright. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Money. It's rebounded by Udo. Wizards leading by 4. Green kicks to Joseph. Back to Green from past the arc. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Money. Now here's Chandler, guarded closely. Passes it to Money. Kelly Oubre. Wow!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. And so here's Charlotte. Trailing by 4. Wizards beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Washington.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
They made a positive play here and there, but just couldn't string enough of them together to mount a serious run. Well, that's why his size and length are so valuable. He altered the shot and collected the glass. All in a day's work.
Now here's Joseph, guarded by Wright.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Back to Chandler. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Money. Fires from deep. Rebound, Washington. Udo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
Kicks to Oubre. Johnson the screen. Over in the corner, Green. And it draw from three-point range. Hornets trail by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jumps up, and Green slams it in.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Money. He's got 9. Shoots it up. Misses there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Bolt. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here's Wright. Portis is out there with Jordan. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Wright in at the 1 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. Butler against Green. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. No good that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. Joseph with the ball. He dishes it to Batum. And a miss there on the triple.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Wright with it. Now Green defending. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Pass to Udo. Feeds it to Batum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Scotty's checked in for Charlotte. Dragic comes in for Wright. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Barton's checked in for Green. And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Barton kicks to Batum.
His size and ability to move his feet well, Nick Batum is a versatile defender. He can match up with anyone from the 1 through the 4. In general, he has no problem fitting into a lineup.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
To the inside, it's tipped, hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And they double up Butler. Over to the wing. Jordan dishes to Butler. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter. And with Batum, that is something, Chris, that coaches appreciate. Having a player that can fill any role on offense or defense on short notice.
The ability to play multiple positions is an ability within itself. And Batum's unique length as a perimeter player allows that. It's one reason why he was so highly sought after in free agency.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Washington. Walker comes in for Corey Joseph. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, one thing with DeAndre Jordan, you love how imposing a presence he is on the defensive end. His size and ability to leap are a big anchor to any defense.
A great point, and not only a flashy defender, but a solid one as well. Wasn't always like this, though, guys. Took some encouragement from coaches to get him to commit to becoming a defensive juggernaut, and every player now hears his footsteps when they're attacking the rim.
True. They set the pick. Dragic the pass to Butler. And again, the Hornets missing. Wizards leading by 6. Barton outside. And it's Walker penetrating. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and one opportunities.
Well, one thing that everyone learned really fast is just how deadly, Chris, Kemba Walker is with the game on the line.
Don't forget, he's done it at the college level at Connecticut and now on the pro level. A big part of it is his ball handling, and he's so quick that he can get an open shot in a short amount of time. Having a quick release and being cold-blooded helps out a ton, too.
Here's Capella. The Hornets pull it in. Bogdanovich has got his third rebound tonight. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall. Now here's Walker, down low. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Charlotte calls timeout. Chris, you came up through college at Michigan, and in the NBA, you were an offensive force at all times at a lot of different positions. More times than not, always the first option. Is the mindset you need to have to be the lead guy in offense for a team different than if you're a contributor? Can you make the switch from contributor to lead guy?
You know, that's a good question. I think it's different for every player. For me, even later in my career when I couldn't contribute as much, I only still had the mentality of the lead contributor. So for me, I think the biggest thing is you need to know your skill set. And if you know who you are, if you know how you play, if you know how you can dominate what you can and can't do, then you're the best type of player. And for me, I think that's where I serve myself best. And so, you know, I wanted to be dominant in all type of ways. And so it was scoring, it was rebounding, and it was passing. And so if you have a bad night in one of those categories, you can still be dominant in those other areas. And so for me, you always want to have the attitude that you're the best competitor on the team, regardless of what your role is.
Yeah, great perspective. Fires for three. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
I mean, really, like whenever Walker nails those jimmies, his stroke is just beautiful.
Outside Butler. They set the screen. From the corner. They get the rebound. That one doesn't drop. Wizards leading by 13. Left side Walker. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Bogdanovich kicks to Dragic. Dishes to Scott. Got a piece of it. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Capella. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's good from Capella.
Shooting for Washington.
He hits both from the stripe. And here's Dragic. To halt the run. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Barton wide open. He fires. And another miss by Washington. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Wizards ball.
And a wide open look for Walker. No good on the quick 3.
We see him make shots from the perimeter all the time. Unfortunately, he's just off with his rhythm in this one.
Outside Dragic. Back to Butler. Stolen by Walker. Now the feed to Barton. And the shot no good, a bit short.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily sprinted down the court and got an easy bucket.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. On defense, Charlotte. 15-point game. Now Butler. Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 17. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Oh, well, they have to become more physical defensively and really commit to protecting that painted area.
To the inside, Jordan dishes to Dragic. Scott and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. There's 1:54 left in the game. Offensive rebound. Back to Butler. Second shot opportunity, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Free throw, good Butler. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the unselfishness.
Butler passes to Jordan, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Snatched up. The kick out to Barton. Wizards passing it around. To the paint. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Jordan. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Scott can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That is phenomenal work down there in the thick of it. This is the kind of D you want to see from him every time down the court.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Wizards.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Walker.
Look, he was seeing the whole court so well tonight. If guys could work themselves into space, he was going to find them. And that led to a lot of wide-open looks all game long.
Here's the screen. Off the screen. Jordan with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
Not at all. You can tell his confidence is really soaring as a result. He wants the ball in his hands any chance he can get it.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
Well, that's just tremendous work by them in setting the pace of the game to their favor and maintaining that throughout the game.
My goodness, how about the degree?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson. Kemba Walker. His performance. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.